foolish old woman. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son?
Tired of bread and stew?
What of
Had enough of
come
fish
to
and
chat
fowl?
with an old woman?
Treat yourself and your kin
So
to a
don't
choice
you
cut of
have to
steak
do
or a
that?
tender rack of ribs.
Men are all alike, from Skyrim to Hammerfell. They care
bless you,
only for
Vina.
war and politics, and treat their women like cattle. You can't scare me into submission. Let's go. Come on. Let's see what you're made of.
Who taught you to fight? Keep those hands up!
You're tougher than you look. You got me fair and square.
You're just going to stand there and take
Fine.
it? Fight
I'll take
back.
care of it. Just please, leave me alone.
I feel better already.
Need something? Yeah?
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you.
Tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith.
Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts. Some people don't think I'm smart. Those people get my fist. But you, I like. You seem to have a knack for this kind of thing. I'll make sure people in charge know. Skjor was looking for you earlier. Don't know. He just said he needed to talk to you before you do anything else. I don't like making him angry, but there is some work for you if you want it.
I've heard some rumors.
There you are.
About you and Skjor.
And if you want to keep
I
having
did.
ears, you'll
Your
pretend
time,
you didn't.
it seems, has come.
Is it not allowed?
It's not
Last
exactly
week, a
forbidden,
scholar came
even
to
so,
us.
it's
He
not
said he
true.
knew where we could find
that's
another
that.
fragment of Wuthrad. He seemed a fool to me, but if he's right, the honor of the Companions demand that we seek it out. This is a simple errand, but the time is right for it to be your trial. Carry yourself with honor, and you'll become a true companion. Farkas will be your shield sibling on this venture, whelp. He'll answer any questions you have. Try not to disappoint, or to get him killed. You still need to prove yourself, whelp. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over, but I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. Was a damned good one, too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the Companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks! Wuthrad is a relic of Ysgramor. Through that weapon, we trace our line straight to the first harbinger of mankind in this land. What fragments we have are displayed in honor, but we always seek more. I'll take my leave then.
I've been tending to the warriors of your Vaskr for as long as I can remember.
Some nights I dream about the mists of Sovngarde. When you get to be my age, you'll come to miss the smell of blood. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, girl.
I never thought they would actually let me join the Companions.
I hope you've readied
Now it looks like
yourself.
they're letting anyone in these days.
So I'm told. Let's see if you impress. I watch you to make sure you're honorable. If you are honorable and strong, then I can call you sister. Ysgramor was the hero who started the Companions. Wuthrad was his weapon. He came from the ancient homeland and killed all the elves. But not all of them, because some of them are still here. A smart man came and told us about a blade piece. Skjor thinks you should find it, and I'm supposed to watch you. Until next time.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Oh, steady, old girl.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
Trouble? I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat. What do you need? Staying safe, I hope.
Need something?
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time. What's a milk
I escaped fighting
like
in Cyrodiil,
out
only
here?
to have it
Go
track me
home
down
to
again
your
in
mother.
Skyrim.
Why? What are you gonna do? Cry? I don't have to take that from you.
You hear any juicy gossip
Someone
in town?
do something.
This should be
Sure to
good.
share it with me. I'm getting out of
fight.
here.
Get him. Kill him.
Somebody help! A strong drink will chase off that chill in the air. I've half a mind to ask if you'll take me on one of your adventures, but I can't just leave Volga on her own.
Well, I wouldn't complain if we could string together a few sunny days now and then. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? I'll be right here if you need anything else.
At some point, we should hire Tekla on here.
Well met.
If she could
Unlike
just
my
spend
brother,
less time
I have no
serving
dislike
men
of
who
strangers.
are
I was once, but not anymore. I was wounded in a skirmish up near Windhelm. This was years ago, mind you. Now maybe I don't pick up a blade in Ulfric's name no more, but I still hold with his ideals. Skyrim is Nordland, and we ought to rule it. We don't need no help from the Empire on that count.
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings, On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
His name's Bolin. He's the one who works the lumber mill down by the river. If you meet him, don't expect much in the way of conversation. He ain't one for talking, especially with folk he don't know.
But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler. Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler.
At some point we should
We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcay? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul. Thank you.
He went quiet, did Ren
Till next
when
time.
he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Steel's good, but loyalty's better. I'm loyal. I was Dengir's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once to protect him. Why would I do that? For money? Because I swore an oath? No. It was because he was a good man and a true friend. A true Nord places loyalty and honor above all else. Only inside the gates. Much of Falkreath Hold is wilderness, and there's plenty of trouble to be had. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. See me at my forge if you need arms or armor.
The god Arcay was once like us, bound to winding mortality. But he willingly gave up this existence, that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal, and in the end, peace. May the spirit of Lavinia and all those who have left this world and its suffering know the beloved serenity of Aetherius. And may we one day rejoin them in eternity.
We should keep moving. Mm-hmm.
Kust is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. Ah, Barrett's ashes. He was a good man. Not many warriors grow to a fine old age. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'll make sure he gets his rights. Here, for your trouble. I am. I came into Arke's light after the Great War. So many died by my hands, my magics. I'm fortunate that Kust and the people of Falkreath have come to accept me as one of their own. Could you do an old elf a favor? I misplaced my journal in a cave I was exploring. I'll pay for its return. Blessing of Arke to you for your help. Oh, merciful Arke, no. I'm too old and frail, and this graveyard is too large. Kust is my assistant. He helps me tend the headstones and keep our cemetery clean, as befits a place of rest. That journal means a lot to me, if you find it.
My husband Matthias and I tend Corpse Light Farm.
A sad time. Our daughter. Our little girl. She hadn't seen her 10th winter. He ripped her apart, like a saber cat tears a deer. We barely found enough of her to bury. Sinding came through as a laborer. Seemed like a decent man. He's stewing in the pit while we figure out what to do with him. If you've got the stomach to look at him. What could drive a man to do something like this? The cemetery is ancient. It's been here longer than the town. I'm no scholar, but I know that a lot of battles have been fought here over the course of history. After each battle, more dead were buried and the graveyard got bigger. I heard it's now the biggest graveyard in Skyrim. Yes, and I couldn't tell you why. My wife and I think there's some dark magic at work. Or perhaps Arke's influence is strong here and he likes to keep it this way. I just don't understand what kind of man does that.
Strangers like you bring war. I've seen enough war.
No lollygagging. What is it, Argonian?
Yes? Come to gawk at the monster. Believe me, it wasn't anything I ever intended to do. I just lost control. I tried to tell them, but none of them believed me. It's all on account of this blasted ring. This is the Ring of Hersing. I was told it could let me control my transformations. Perhaps it used to. But I'll never know. Hersing didn't care for my taking it, and threw a curse on it. I put it on, and the changes just came to me. I could never guess when. It would be at the worst times. Like with the little girl. I don't suppose there's a point in keeping the secret if I'm going to die in here anyway. I'm sure you've heard of men who shift to beasts under the influence of the moons. I am one of them. A werewolf. It's my secret and my shame. That's why I wanted the ring. It was said to give men like me control. Now, I may look like a man, but I still feel the animal inside of me as strong as ever. Do you not know the Daedric Lord of the Hunt? He revels in the chase, and also gave the gift of lycanthropy to mortals. A powerful force not to be crossed, as I learned too late. I had just come into Falkreath. They needed some help work in the mill, and I thought that would be something safe, something I could do. When I saw the little girl, I could feel it coming on. I could taste it. I needed to hunt, but this pitiful, limited body wasn't meant for hunting. Slow, no claws, weak, mashing teeth for chewing cud. I held in my rage as long as I could, but it boiled inside of me. She looked so fragile, helpless prey, and then I feel terrible about what happened, about what I did. It would probably be best for everyone if I just went away. I've been looking for a way to appease Hersing. There is a certain beast in these lands, large, majestic. It's said that Hersing will commune with whoever slays it. I tracked it into these woods, but then I had my accident with the child. I want to beg his forgiveness, give him back the ring. But while I'm stuck in here, the beast wanders free. Oh my. You would do this for me? Here, take it. I don't want anything to do with this wretched thing anymore. Seek out the beast. He wanders these woods. Bring him down and, well, the Lord of the Hunt should smile on you. I wish you luck, but you leave here while I still have my skin. Should our paths cross again, I will remember your kindness. Farewell.